Hello, everyone, and welcome to Compliance Corner with John Hanson. My name is Cole Finley, and here with my very good friend, John Hanson. John, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
So, we have an interesting topic to talk about because I think people might have started to forget that we've got this little thing called the coronavirus pandemic going on.
Yes, yeah, and we're having some issues with showings, and I just wanted to kind of remind people where we're at now in terms of the COVID-19 and how we're supposed to be dealing with that, and then in showings, and I've had a lot of interesting things pop up with showings lately.
Okay. Well, why don't I show some of the things you're going to talk about here and we'll just list these out. And yeah, why don't you just take us through these, John?
Okay, so just also a reminder to everybody is that when you do show a house, when you use your key box and you show a house, you are responsible for what is going to go on there, right? And so you must lock up good when you leave. You must. I just had one today where a garage door was left not all the way down. Someone could have walked up and pulled it open, and so it needed to be secured. And so just remember to do those things. Up here on the screen, it says no more than 3 people at a time in the home. So that is for both King and Pierce counties. Now, Thurston County allows for more. So in phase 3, they allow for more. We're still in phase 2. So no more than 3 people at a time in the home. Face coverings must be worn at all times. And if the seller, you and your client total 4 people, which we just had this even yesterday, the seller won't leave the home and wants to be there when the house is being shown, you have to just explain to him that that only 3 people are allowed in the house at a time under the law. So who is it that the seller, just ask the seller, say, who is it you would like to leave? Would you like me to leave? And then you be responsible for the buyers, and the buyers and I will have no opportunity for consultation at all. Would you like one of the spouses to leave and then have them be upset because they weren't able to see the property together? Or would you like to leave? So just put it back on that seller's shoulders. And also the note, if the buyer has a guide dog, we just learned this one. And so I don't want to say any names, but I'll give her initials are Robin Hadelsman. So Robin had this one come up, and so this was an interesting one. We went to the legal hotline with it because it was the top one. So she had a seller of a property where the buyers had come in with a dog. The seller was very upset, because he didn't want a dog in his house, but the buyers apparently had, this was a guide dog, and these buyers could see, they just couldn't hear, they were deaf, and not just, they were deaf, and so they had this guide dog, of course, which is needed for them, and so under the fair housing laws, we are not allowed to deny someone access and others not access. So you would have to allow that the buyers in with their guide dog. And if the seller doesn't want that possibility to happen, they can't be listing their property on the market. They can't put their property on the market. They have to sell it some other way. Maybe through Zoom things or something, but I thought that was a very interesting circumstance that came up, and the legal hotline's answer was very definitive. Unless the seller can prove that their interest is superior to the buyers needing their guide dog's interest, unless seller can prove it, then they've got to let the buyers and their guide dog in.
Wow, that's fascinating, John. That actually is a new one. I've never heard of that one before. And good on Robin for bringing us some juicy ones. She's always really good for that. That's for sure. Absolutely. Well, so good to have these reminders, John. I know we're all still navigating this COVID thing, and are you of the same opinion of me, John? This is going to last at least through the end of the year. Do we think?
It feels like it, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so let's just keep that reminder, guys, is that as we are moving forward, we are still practicing social distancing. We're still wearing masks. We are still washing our hands as much as possible. And we are still staying safe and staying healthy. John, it is so good to see you again, my friend. It's nice being back on for our Compliance Corners. And I will see you again next week.
Okay.
Bye. Talk to you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.